Hi, writers. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So I am betting that your journal is full of poems, right? And I bet there's a lot of them that you haven't seen for a while. So I wanted to tell you something that poets do that is a little special. So sometimes they'll write poems and then they'll kind of put them away for a while, like the ones at the beginning of our journal, right? We haven't seen those for a while. So they'll kind of put them away and then they'll take them out later and they'll look at them again. And the reason that they do this is because now they can look at the poems with fresh eyes. Even though it's their own poem, they haven't seen it for a while. And they can find things that they want to change or they want to add because it's kind of the first time they've seen it in a long time. So today what I wanted to teach you is that poets revise their poems and they look at their poems with brand new eyes asking, how can I make this poem even better? And one way to do that is to look for opportunities to show and not tell. So let me show you what I mean. All right, so today I wanted to start by reading one of my poems to you. And I'm going to be thinking, as I read this poem, if there's places in my poem where I'm telling instead of showing. And maybe then I could fix up one of those parts. So listen to this. Behind my desk. My students give me pictures to hang behind my desk. When I look at them, I feel so happy. I see a crayon cat curled on a chair, sleeping in a yellow sun. I see a red butterfly and big planes flying. These pictures make me glad. So I can see the crayon cat. I feel like I did a good job of showing and not telling about my pictures. But I'm thinking right here, I feel so happy. I don't think that I did a good job of telling really. I told how I feel, but I didn't really show how I feel. So I'm going to fix this up. So one way you could do it is you could rewrite your poem if you like. Another way is our little flaps. You remember those? So I'm just gonna stick that right over there. And then I'm gonna think about, instead of saying, I feel so happy, right? I'm going to think about when I see those pictures. I know I feel happy, but I wanna say more about what does that look like, right? What if I was looking at myself when I walked in and was looking at the pictures behind my desk, what would I see? And I think about this. I'd say my serious face becomes a grin. So instead of saying, I feel so happy, now it says my serious face becomes a grin. So now I was able to show you what that means instead of just saying, I felt happy, right? Just believe me. So now I was able to show you. So another line where I see that I was telling and not showing is, these pictures make me glad. Just believe me, right? They make me glad. So I want to think about more than just, these pictures make me glad. I want to really show and not just tell. So I'm thinking about what else I do with those pictures and myself. And I'm going to say, let's see, I trace the lines with my finger. So, you know, back there, I kind of take my finger and I go along the little, the drawing lines of all of the pictures. So really showing what's happening instead of just telling. So what I want you to do today is I want you to go back through some of your earlier work and really look at it with fresh eyes and think about places where you're telling the reader and not showing, and maybe doing some revising today, rewriting your poetry a little, and finding spots where you can really show us and not just tell. All right, have fun.